Good morning, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here, and this is Visualized NZ. Time today for the Deal It Up Challenge, number 71. Incredible. Right, let's get right into it. If you're new here, just stick with us and you'll soon pick up how this works. And welcome back to all of you faithful followers who make me smile every single day with your kindness and just by being here. I really appreciate it. Little heads up for today. I am super tired, incredibly tired. Did not sleep well last night, which is never fun, is it, when you don't sleep that well, which makes it very hard for me to control my emotions. So just a little warning in case anything goes pear-shaped. Because as I'm recording this, it's 1 week since we lost Georgie, so it's still very raw. Georgie was our 2-year-old cat, in case you're new. So combined with that, you know, with tiredness, just makes it a little bit tough. And crazy reason why I did not sleep that well. It's utterly ridiculous. I went out for lunch on Friday and to a restaurant with family, and my meal cost $24, which is, you know, it's okay. That's a bit pricey than what I would usually pay. But what came out was, should never have left the kitchen. It was fish, and it literally was about twice the length of my little finger and as wide as that. That was the size of the fish, including the batter. So you can imagine, take the batter off, there's not a lot of fish left in it. So I complained and they brought me out a second piece, but my argument is that it should never have left the kitchen with that as the sole protein. It was just incredible. So all night I spent rehearsing a letter to them saying, like, on the day I was satisfied with how they handled it in terms of they gave me extra fish, but it should never have reached a customer in that state. That was a ridiculous amount of protein for $24. So just my own worst enemy, I swear. My goodness. I really could have just done with sleeping, but no. My head just wanted to go over and over and over and over. Just nuts. Anyway, that's my little story. I do reviews on Google Local Guides, but I'm not going to do a review until I've written a letter and heard back from them, because I want to give them an opportunity to say, oh, it was just a mix-up in the kitchen that day. Yes, we agree, it shouldn't have happened. I'm not after recompense. I'm not after extra food or anything. I just want them to address the issue that should never have happened in the first place. Maybe I'm being a bit tough. I don't know, but I get a bit stroppy when, you know, people try to, if it had come out to somebody with, who, like, I'm shy, so it was difficult for me, but if it had come out to somebody who didn't want to make waves, or who was very unsure, or who just wasn't in a stroppy mood like I was that day, they would have just paid $24 for nothing. Literally nothing, and I don't think that's fair. So it kind of brought out that fighter spirit in me. It's like, no, this is not good enough for the good of everybody else. Right, so anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the prompts. So today, the faux card. Yay! It's a red suit, Jack of Hearts. Awesome. If you don't want to make a faux card with us, and you would prefer to make something else, then you can make a mini notepad or booklet. Okay, so that's the two options. You can make a faux card, which is essentially a journaling card, but one side is the faux card, the other side is the decorated one. Or you can make the mini notepad or booklet, or you can do both if you want to do both projects. So then these 3 prompts, we do whichever project you do, you incorporate these next 3 prompts. Okay, clear? Any questions, just drop me a comment and we will answer. So we will be using today gems, beads or liquid pearls, anything of that sort of line. You might have stick-on gems or, yeah, anything really along that line. We're going for a junky / recycled materials today, so that's a bit of fun. And something made of metal. Now for this prompt, it can be an actual item that's made of metal, like a staple, for example, or a brad or an eyelet, etc. Or you could have a picture of something that's made of metal. So a picture of a nail, or I don't know, a sculpture, or a pot, a cooking pot, you know, whatever. Just there's always more than one way you can interpret these prompts. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my faux card side, and so I'm going to need a J for the jack. So we will start off with that, and we're going to use our red ink today. Actually, before that, I'm going to stencil. Don't get ahead of myself. It's tiredness. I'm not thinking altogether straight. So I do like to stencil in the background. What colour? We don't have a particular colour this week, which is fine. So just grabbing out my ink. I think I'm going to go yellow. I just feel like injecting a little sunshine into the day. So let's just stencil this up. I like to switch up which stencil I'm using week to week, just to, you know, make it a little bit more interesting. And the colour, often I'll match the colour to whatever prompt we've chosen, but no colour today. Colour is open. Use whatever colours you like today. The junky recycled one there, often that's a colour, you know, like white on white, or your favourite colour, that sort of thing. But today it's junky / recycled. So I hope you are keen to give it a go if you've never given this challenge a go. Just a bit of fun. Kickstart your week with some creative fun. I will tell the truth, always, but I did not want to do this video. I was like putting it off, and it's now like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, I need to do it because I'll regret it if I don't, because it will put me behind for the week. So here I am. You've got me, warts and all. Emotions, tiredness, what have you, whatever. You've got it today. Right, just put my brush away. That'll do. Take care of it later. Right, so let's get our wee J here. And our red ink. I'm excited to use red ink. We've done so few of the red cards, which is just weird. I think it's really weird. So, do our J's. And what is it? Hearts. Cool. There's our J. And I've got my cool stamps here with the suits. You can use whatever you like to do the suits. Stickers would be a great option if you've got stickers with the suits on them. I think I'll go diagonal. So this is the writing side of essentially what's a journal card. And it's also the faux card side. That's our Jack of Hearts. So that's cool. Done that. Put my stamps onto my block so I don't lose them, because it has happened. Right, so that's that side done. Now we're ready to this side. I use a cat food box for my bases, and I've chosen this size for all of my faux cards, but you can use whatever size you like. Sorry, just a quick wee sip of my drink then. Right, so first up I want to, of course, collage or cover the base. And I'm thinking junky recycled, so maybe some packing paper. Let's have a look. So this is my neutral kind of scrappy bag. Got a strip of coffee dyed note diary page. That's junky, isn't it? Because it's just a wee strip. Here's a bit of a paper bag. I'm just trying to look for the sort of scrappiest bits. There's another bit of a notebook. Actually, this time it's not the diary, it's a notebook, but with the cool bits where it's torn off. Here's a bit of, that's packing paper. And that is another bit of packing paper. Or there's a different paper bag. It's really nice and scrappy and junky, isn't it? I think this is like, to me, looks too pristine. I'm putting it back. This is a great opportunity to use those things that are like things that you might actually throw away because you think they're too damaged or too junky, trashy, messed up. Oh, there's a cool bit of like brown wax paper. That would be fun because it's got all those crease marks and things. Right, let's go with that. I think that could be enough. So we'll grab out something extra if we need it. So I think I'm just going to start with this. Grab across my glue book. And I'm thinking about the notepad or booklet as well. I think I will do that as well. But we'll do the faux card first. And then we'll see what time we've got. And I might, yeah. I'm feeling today, even with being tired and everything, I think I could whip up a little notebook or something along those lines. Right, that I definitely want to include this because I think this is really cool, and it's not, you can't write on it because of the wax side, and you can actually see through it, which is perfectly fine because we're going for that junky recycled look. Just trying to position it so I get the maximum, and I think I will layer under it first. Want that. Let's I would like to keep those bits, whatever you call them. I don't know. Don't even know if they've got a name. Where the spirals were. Let's put that at the top. So I'm just going to, oops, throwing things on the floor here. Just roughly chop across there. Right, glue that. Careful with my glue stick with those holes. I still gouged my glue stick out. A big bit of glue there. So how are you all today? I hope you're having a good day. That you're not in a crazy, weird kind of mood, sleep deprived state that I am. Hopefully you're all doing well and having a great start to your week. Right, so it's that. If I put that about there, so we need something else in there. How about this lovely bit of paper bag with staple holes? Something like that. So maybe we'll tear off a little bit of that end and a little bit off that end. Yep, I like the peaks of red showing through. I think that's quite fun. Gosh. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Yawn. Not much I can do about it. It's just just tired. But do you do that to yourself? Do you get into those states where you just can't switch your brain off and it's over nothing? Like, oh, it annoys me. It's my own fault and it annoys me. But I'm guessing I'm probably not the only one who goes through that from time to time. Now, will glue stick be okay for this? It should be, because this side is actually matte, so it's not going to fit on that bit of glue paper. So, new glue page. So it should be okay. If it starts lifting, I'll just go in with some tacky glue and hit spots if it's wanting to be a nuisance. That's looking fabulously junky and recycled, I think. I'll keep these bits out because I might be able to use those for the notebook or notepad or whatever I decide to make from that prompt. Right, so I'm just going to trim around the excess, get rid of that. I've only just cleaned my scissors, that's going to make them all gluey again. Ooh, that's folded itself over. Here we go, got it. Wouldn't have been, you know, wouldn't have mattered too much if it had not been removable. Wasn't covering my J. Oh, sticky fingers as well. Ew. Right, looks like I haven't got enough glue right there. So let's grab the tacky glue. Just, oops. Put a little bit in under here if I can. Oh, here we go. Fingernails. That's what fingernails are for, even though mine are really short at the moment. Right, there we go. Cool. Little pops of red. The red obviously showing through that. I think that's looking cool. Okay. Haven't yet decided what I'm going to use in terms of gems, beads, liquid pearls, what option I might go with there. Something made of metal. Now, I still do not have staples for my stapler, which just reminds me, if I make a mini notepad or booklet, I won't be able to staple it, which I had been thinking would be my metal element for that particular make. So I can't use staples. Could do an eyelet. I haven't done an eyelet on one of these faux cards. That could be quite fun, actually. Let me grab my crocodile and let's put an eyelet in. Normally you would perhaps do the eyelet last, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it, I think, now. Just got to check my setting because I've recently changed the setting for something else and I just want to check that I've got it on the setting I need. A1. I need it on A1. And it's on A2, so let's just change that to A1. Cool. And hubby and I went to the op shop, a couple of op shops yesterday, and I found a packet of these eyelets, 300. It was brand new, it was unopened, and I've split it into 3 of these wee bags. 300 of them for $1. I was so rapt. You can buy them brand new at a shop in New Zealand, Mitre 10, and they're over $7 for the pack of 300. So I was pretty thrilled. Hubby actually found it and held them out to me, and I snatched them out of his hand and was like, yep, I'm getting those. It was a good find. And I didn't actually know that you could get them at Mitre 10, so when I got home I because it had the brand and everything on them. I googled it and found that you can get them brand new at Mitre 10. And I guess 300 for $7 is not too bad, but 300 for $1, win, total win. Right, now I don't want to put a hole through my suit, so I need to put it either up there. Which way up do I want it? I think I want it up this way, so up here or down the bottom. I think up the top. So make sure I use the right sized hole. Punch the hole. And this will be my metal element. And I haven't used these, so I haven't tested out that they work okay with the crocodile, but I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. It's a little bit sticky uppy on the bottom. Oops, now it's jammed. Come on. That's because it had locked. Hasn't jammed, I just accidentally locked it. So what I can do is I can come in and give that a little press down with like a little mini hammer or something. My hubby's got a geology hammer that's quite handy for things like that, just to give it a little bit flatter. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I need something to hang from it really. Let's put my crocodile away. Do I need it? I think I'll do something else for the mini notepad. Put the crocodile in. It only goes one way. Always put it in the wrong way first. It's kind of Murphy's Law really. Maybe a bulb pin. I'm doing things a bit back to front today, aren't I? But that's okay, there's no rules. No rules. So, where are my bulb pins hiding? Yeah, there we go. So I've got a gold eyelet, I've got these brass tone bulb pins. I don't care. Does not bug me. In there, and what do I want to put on the bulb pin? Just looking in my box of treasures here. If I've got anything handy, some little metal, and these are silver tone, so you know, if you're going to mix up your metals, why not go full hog and just put whatever. Sounds like a fine idea to me. Okay. Little round filigree ball here. Made of metal. And a wee flower. Come on. Sometimes it's hard to get them around the right way, isn't it? So that the wee flower doesn't go around the curve, it just goes to the curve, and that's fine. And we've just got a couple of little metal beads on the side there. So I think that's cute. So let's put this little box of treasures away again. So I've got room. Okay, so we still need, well, these are beads, but I think maybe liquid pearls. So I've got liquid drops, which are kind of a poor man's version of liquid pearls. work exactly the same way. I don't know whether they're as good or the same because I've never had liquid pearls, but they are good to go. But we need a focal point, don't we? What can we use that maybe is towards the junky recycled kind of vein? I'm looking around my desk desperately going, inspiration hit me. Well, I have been harvesting a number of Reader's Digest books. Oh, there's another nice butterfly. And tearing out pictures and bits and pieces. And it's like, maybe there's something in amongst this that I might like to use. Looking for size and perhaps a splash of colour. Not sure what I want. There's a little owl and a pussycat and a little boat. There's a plate of cookies. That just makes me hungry. Some of these are too small for the card. Oh, there's a lion or a horse. There might be possibilities. Papers here that I've taken just to make faux washi with or to use in collage because of the colours and things. There's a guy with a bike. Take that out as well. Okay, let's see which we prefer rather than spend 20 minutes going through that pile. That's actually quite a good size. I think I prefer this guy. So let's just give him a quick whiz around with the scissors. These are the Reader's Digest magazines, not the condensed books. I was given a box full of condensed books. Well, it was half full of condensed books and the other half was the magazines. And so I don't want to keep them all. So I've just been going through yesterday and today and harvesting bits out of them that I want. And they're from the 80s and 90s. From as early as 83, I think, is the earliest one, 1983, which is when I was still at primary school. So that's a very long time ago. I think 1983 and think, gee, it's not that old. Yeah, well, it is, because I was 10. No, I wasn't 10. No. 12, I think. Just don't ask me to do math. I'm too tired to do math. Shouldn't be that hard to work out, but anyway. Okay, so if we put him there, I've also got my stamped labels here that are made from old book pages and magazines. So that's recycled. So I think that's probably fits the bill. There's this cool wood grain one. Could be fun there. We want to put oh, I like that. Do I want a third one? Or is that just going crazy? Is that just going a bit overboard? You know what? It might be overboard, but I'm going with it. And I am just going to put them down with my tacky glue. Nice and easy, mess free. Slide that in under there. This one at the top, and I've got a web address there from the company that the notebook was from, so this hides that, which is good. because it's a current company, not an old one, so cover that over is good. And this little one, so cool finding 3 different shapes out of that same bit of, and this is magazine paper, matte magazine paper. So that was good finding 3 matching but not matching pieces. Oops, maybe I'll slide it back up again since I've got glue everywhere. Right, let's put this guy down and then we can do our liquid drops. What colour would I like to put on? What colour do you think I should use? We've got red. There's not really a true red in the liquid drops. There's a reddish, sort of pinky red. We could go that since we've got some red on the base. Our cyclist dude. Oh, that glue is actually visible through that very thin paper. Hopefully it will disappear. But if not, we're going for junky and recycled. So not the end of the world if the glue is visible. It just makes it more junky, doesn't it? Right, anything else I want to add before I do the liquid drops, because they really are the last point of call. I'll ink around it now, I think, before I put them on, so that I'm not risking messing them up. It rattles. Isn't that fun? A little rattle. Probably a little bit annoying for you actually as I'm inking this and making them rattle, but won't take long. Doing this video is actually making me feel better. It's making me feel more awake. So that's good. And it's taking my mind off other things. Right. We could do gold, but I'm thinking that gold might be too close and not stand out enough. So do I do red? I think yes. Okay. Often when I go to use these, I've got to unclog them, so I'm going to just do a test here, make sure it's going. It usually comes out in a big splodge when I first use it. This is starting to come. It's got all the dried stuff at the end that you've got to kind of get rid of first. Come on. There we go. I think we're up and running now. It's like the poor bottle, squeezing it so much. Right, where do I want to put them? I think I want to put some up here. I think I'll do 5. Do I want to do 5 or do I want to do more? 7, because they're very small. And then giving it a bit of a whack just helps them flatten out, otherwise they've got kind of like a pointy top on them. So it doesn't totally take it away, but it does help. Okay, and where else? Maybe do some horizontal ones over here, maybe do 3 over here, maybe try and make them a bit bigger, like that. Hope you don't mind the slapping. Okay, and I think I want some more. So we've got 3 labels, 3 lots of liquid drops. Do I want vertical, horizontal? Thinking maybe down here on the label. So again, just trying to make them a bit bigger. Another smack. There we go. So there's the faux card for the Jack of Hearts with junky recycled. Hopefully it translates as junky and recycled enough. Jack of Hearts obviously on the back there. We have liquid drops, which is the gems, beads or liquid pearls prompt, and then made of metal we've got our little eyelet with bulb pin and metal beads, which also could be the gems, beads or liquid pearls. So that's the faux card done. How are we going on time? We have time. Let's go ahead and do the mini notepad or booklet. So I need a cover. What have I got? What have I got in my bag of looking for something a bit sturdier, but which is junky? Or recycled. How about this? Let's challenge ourselves, or challenge myself, to use this. This is scrapbook paper that was made into an envelope and sent to me years ago, and which I kind of hoarded because I thought it was really cool. But in trying to undo the envelope, it's just all sorts of torn and messy. Like, you know, if we're talking junky, like, can you get any junkier? But it's quite sturdy. And I've used bits where I had clear bits, but let's see what we can do. And I've obviously punched some bits out of it, and it's torn. Let's just cut across here. Just trying to find usable bit in here somewhere. Kind of thinking, yes, kind of thinking, as much as one can on lack of sleep. I'm thinking of doing something funky with this. A little bit extra layer, take that off. Bit of old adhesive in there, scrape that off. Can I make this into sort of like a little bit of a, I don't know, a little cover flappy bit? There's double-sided tape here, along here, so I might need to cover that up because it's old, but it's still got a little bit of tack to it. I don't want it sticking to things. Like if you tuck it into a pocket, you don't really want it to stick inside the pocket, do we? I'm even thinking about leaving this jagged edge because it's really junky. We could do it this way, flip up that way. So we need papers. I've got some butcher's paper here that has been used as a drop sheet for painting. So let's tear some of this off and use it for pages for our little notebook. Oh, that's not tearing, the paint's not letting it tear properly. And that's okay. What can be more junky than paper that isn't torn properly? Right, so how wide? Oh, we've got some old tape on the back too. So we are going to have to fix up a few little bits here and there. Shall I attempt to tear again? Let's try it. Oh, that was better. Maybe it was just a weird piece of the paper that just didn't want to tear. Oops, that had a hole in it. Let's just tear that off. Let's just have it really scrappy. And it gives it some fun colour too, with just that scrappy bits of paint. So I think I would like the top of the papers to be straight. Oops, hit my glass with the ruler. Now I'm thinking about how am I going to put this all together, because I don't have staples for my I can't find my staples, and I keep forgetting to buy replacement ones. So how am I going to put this together if I don't have staples? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Have you got an answer for me? Oh, look at how wonderfully scrappy and trashy that is. That's such fun. I think in there. Oh, I'm loving this. I think this is so fun. Do I just glue it? I could sew it, but I don't want to take too long doing this. I want it to be relatively quick. There is also double-sided tape on the back there. I'm just going to glue the pages in, and so they will fold up, and you could tear them out as well if you know, if one wanted to. Just going to stack them up. I don't think I've actually glued a notebook together before like this. It's the first time for everything. This is probably my favourite bit of the papers. It's wonderfully misshapen and got pink and green and blue. Super fun. This one's good too. Lots of colour on it and really scrappy edge. And this one, actually I'm going to leave that one off because I like the colour on that. That one's a bit more boring, so we'll just stick with that many pages. How many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. It's just a mini little piece. Do I want to tear that off? I think I want to tear that off. I don't want that point. So let's just give it a little tear. Let's give it some ink, sort of grungy it up a bit. Really play on that scrappiness, junkiness. My fingers are sticking to everywhere there's a little bit of double-sided tape residue. And I've got an idea for what I'm going to cover that with. So I'm going to put a little bit of ink around those punched out circles. And a little bit on that side as well. I'm really excited by this. It's stupid, isn't it? Crazy. Really crazy how excited one can be by something so messy and scrappy and deliciously trashy. It's making me happy, and that's a good thing today. Haven't had a lot of happiness this week, and it's a struggle. It is a struggle. Crafting is so therapeutic, really is. Gives the mind something to focus on when, you know, all it wants to do is wallow. Okay, so I've got a bit here that needs covering. So I'm going to use the faux washi that I've made from bits of magazine and book page, primarily magazine, because it's recycled. So I think it hits the brief really well. We could literally go with whatever colour we liked. I'm feeling like I want to add some brightness. So let's look for something that's got some nice brightness to it. Like, do I want yellow or red or pink? There's pink on the pink paint there, so maybe we'll go this narrow double-sided tape that's on the residue that's on here. So I've got this narrow, which is the perfect width. Cool. Decision made. Hopefully I've got enough. I can always grab out something else. Got enough to do this, all the patches that need doing. So this is going to dress it up a little bit. Yeah, it's actually quite hard with my fingernails so short. They're not normally this short, but I'm having a few issues. Every now and then my nails really lose condition because of not getting enough nutrition, and I haven't quite pinned down what, because I'm on collagen supplement. They did this when I was on biotin instead of collagen, and so I don't take biotin anymore because it wasn't adequate. But I'm on the collagen, so I'm not quite sure what is up with my nails, but it's really annoying. That's kind of flaking. Right, let's go down there, and I might give this a little kind of pointy end, like an arrow, kind of. Right, actually, I should have wrapped that around onto the top, but I haven't really made it long enough now. So it doesn't actually need to go all the way to the top either. But we're not going to wrap it round, but oops, quite over far enough. It's no good if I put it on, it doesn't do the job I wanted it to by covering over the tape residue. Right. Let's give it a little point here as well, just for fun, little personality. And this is the back of the wee notebook, but it's just really to get rid of that tape residue. Here we go. It's on the back. Got a little bit on the front. Okay, and this bit in here is not actually really that sticky. It's a little bit sticky. Can I peel it off? This bit's coming off. Right, so I'm not going to put you through me trying to peel the whole bit off. The bit that's over here, I just thought I'd try this a little bit and see whether I could actually get it off. I think it will be fine, so I'll do that off camera. I'll remove this other bit here, and if it goes pear-shaped, well, it's just going to be even more junky, won't it? Okay, and we're all good there, no problems. Okay, so we have, grabbing my things, so we've got junky and recycle done. We need the made of metal. Gee, I wish I had staples. It would have made life so easy. I would actually like to use adhesive gems, but they're all away in a different room. What else have I got that's metal? Or do I find a picture of something that's metal? Let's have a wee look in here again. I could use a brad actually. That's another option. I've got these cool pearl brads. And they've got a metal rim around the pearl. And of course the legs are metal. Metal. Still need to think about the gems, beads or liquid pearls though. I think I'm going to put that there. I put my crocodile away, so where's my pokey tool? I haven't used it for ages. Whoops. It's just a very fine point. I just want to make a little bit of a hole. Kind of. It's not really big enough, but might give me a starting point to get my little prongs in. Yep, here we go. So that's the made of metal. Excuse me, bit of frog in my throat. So gems, beads or liquid pearls. Gems, beads or liquid pearls. Not that. Paperclip. I could have used paperclip for metal. Here we go. Here's some wee gems. They're not self-adhesive. I'll have to glue them on. But that's okay. We can do that. Right. Going to have an avalanche on the floor at the moment. I've just been putting my containers on the floor. And they're not sitting flat. Okay. So we've got all sorts of colours. The problem with these is that quite fiddly, but it's all right. I think these gold or yellow ones might be quite nice, and there's quite a few. So in with the tacky glue, and I'm just gonna, the glue will dry clear, so while it's white at the moment, squeezing it out from underneath the gems. I'm just going to place them here and there, or rather drop them, and wherever they land, that's where they're going to stay. I was sent these in a happy mail. I can't remember who sent them to me. May have been you, Lisa. I really can't remember, or I may have even had them longer. Yeah, it can be hard to remember who sent what sometimes, especially when you start putting stuff away. And I'm really bad at putting stuff away. I like to keep it together so I do remember. But just recently I've been trying to put stuff, file it away with its like things rather than who sent it to me, and that's not good for helping me remember who sent me what. So if it was you that sent them to me, thank you. I'm using them. There, I think that's adequate. Don't want to spend all day gluing on tiny wee gems. These are good for shaker cards as well. Shaker pockets, shaker cards, shaker windows, shake, shake, shake. I'm putting them away. I'm sorry, I'm going to take the time, otherwise they're going to end up on the floor and get vacuumed up because I will never find them all. So there we go. Just takes but a moment. Okay, so there we have it. We have covered, I think, all the prompts. So made of metal, got our brad, junky recycled. I don't think it could get any more junky or recycled. We've got gems, It's a mini notepad or booklet with our trashy little papers there. Super fun. And just an interesting shape, I think. So scrappy. I love it. And then we've got our faux card here, the Jack of Hearts on the back. Yeah, again, we've got the liquid pearls, we've got junky recycled, and we've got made of metal. So that's the Deal It Up challenge number 71. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're inspired to give it a go. It's super fun. It's really light. You know, don't take it too seriously. If you're struggling to find something to substitute it with that hits the intent of it. And there's the doorbell, so that's time to say goodbye. Catch you next time.